What's good, Revs fam? My name's Chris, and welcome back to another Revs Revolt video. Roll that intro. Wow, it felt good to say that, and it's been way too long. Thank you so much for tuning back in, and let's kick things off with some headlines. MLS is back, and no, I'm not talking about the tournament, but yes, the tournament, the final, Tuesday night, Portland Timbers versus Orlando City. It should be one hell of a spectacle. They're playing for that prize money. I think it's $1 million, and then a spot in the Champions League, and of course bragging rights. The one and only MLS is back tournament. Hopefully this tournament comes back year in and year out. I personally have loved it, and I think that it's a great way to jumpstart the season. I'd love to see more of this or some similar type of format in the future, whether it's including other USL teams, or maybe I saw someone else saying that instead of having the Nations Cup or the Leagues Cup, whatever it's called, the Leagues Cup I think it is, instead of the Leagues Cup, why not start with some sort of MLS is back tournament like this? Absolutely love it. It's been a complete success for MLS, and we can only hope that they keep having successes like this. But yeah, anyway, Portland Timbers, Orlando City, I definitely did not see that match coming. I'd be lying if I told you that was going to happen. I guess Portland Timbers is not a shock to be in the finals anytime they're in a knockout bracket. Thinking MLS Cup playoffs in particular, they just keep going. They're a steam train, and they've proved to do that again in this tournament. And then Orlando City, what? All I can say, what? I didn't see that one happening. I did, in my predictions, said they were going to come third in Group A when Group A originally had 6 teams. And I did show some confidence that they would make it to the knockout stage. I didn't see this coming. I thought they'd get there, backwards. Like they'd back their way in, and then they'd fall to whomever they found in the round of 16. Boy, was I wrong. But anyways, we have another headline here. We have Matt Polster. He is now back with the squad, or not back with, but he is officially with the squad now. And even Kellen Rowe had some things to say on him. According to Kellen Rowe, and this is a lot of really small sentences put together, but he says he's been good. He's been demanding. He's worked very hard. He's playing that defensive role as the number 6 right in front of the back line. He's doing very well. He's a very good ball winner. He works very hard, and he's very simple the way he plays. But he'll find his feet and find the team very quickly. I mean, it sounds like he's going to be one hell of an asset for the team. It's a much debated position of need, and I'm personally very happy to see Matt Polster as a member of the New England Revolution. I've seen, a vocal player. That's something that we lack a lot of on-field direction, it seems like. Everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing, but maybe they're not always communicating that, and no one's being the leader. I mean, who is the leader on the team? I know Carles Gil and Gustavo Bo, of course, you're looking at them to be the leaders, but they also don't speak English well enough to even take an interview. So how can you communicate with all the other players if your primary language, or the language that you speak fluently, is not one that you can communicate to the rest of your team? So Matt Polster, and especially coming in from that 6th position, it's really good to have a leader in that spot. Obviously, everyone just goes straight back to Jermaine Jones, and no, I'm not going to say that he's Jermaine Jones. I know he's not Jermaine Jones, but having a leader in that position can really change the way that your team plays going forward. And let's just hope that this Polster signing actually turns into something, that some sort of catalyst for us. But of course, for it to be a catalyst, we're going to need some playmakers. And the last bit of roster news, of course, unfortunately, Carles Gil is going to be out 3 to 5 weeks. I wish it was weeks. It's months. 3 to 5 months. And I think it was an Achilles injury. Either that or the Revolution Recaps new podcast name, which, by the way, go check out their podcast that just dropped. It's called Achilles Heel, pun intended. And I love that name. Great job. Great job, guys. And so maybe I'm just leaning into their podcast title, but I think it was an Achilles injury. I haven't had a chance to listen to that podcast yet. It literally just dropped like 2 hours ago. So, yeah, of course, Carles Gil, he's out, and basically that's going to be the season. I know MLS has returned, and they're looking for MLS Cup to be played somewhere around December time frame. So, if we make MLS Cup, maybe he'll be back for that. But that's a lofty goal, especially without Carles Gil in that 10, in the 11, excuse me. But speaking of 10 players, any Revs 2 have returned to play. I don't know if anyone caught the second match, which was 2 nights ago now, and whenever you watch this, it's going to be more nights to go than that. And it was Ryo Shimazaki, I think it was, with a second yellow card in the 38th minute that really hurt the Revs. The Revs 2? I'm not sure how to say that. Maybe just call them the Revs. Definitely hurt them. They're a much stronger team throughout the whole entire game against Orlando City B, and which was the Revs 2's second match of the season. They ended up losing 1-0. 2-0, actually, I think it was. There was a very late goal. But Revs 2, they were on the front foot all game, even down a player. And they've looked really well. They seem to have the same exact problem that the Revs from MLS have. They can't find the net. So it's been 2 matches so far for Revs 2. It's been 0 goals. And it's been only 2 goals against, and those were both with down to 10 men. So possibly some bright things going on for the Revs 2, but we're going to have to let it play out. I did like seeing Bruce Arena sitting in, I think he was in the stands, the empty stands, just sitting there watching the match and checking out the players. It's really great to see the sporting director just there making sure he knows what his players are doing and what players might be coming up to the first team. So with the headlines out of the way, let's jump into the focus of this week's video. Alright, and so this week we're focused on the midfield. We want to know, what is that midfield going to look like? There is no Carles Gil. There is Matt Polster. What are we going to be doing? What's the team going to look like? And I think the best way to do this is start with the top. Let's go to the number 10. Who is going to take the place of Carles Gil? Who's going to fill in and try to replicate what he's been doing? Let's not forget, Carles Gil played in 2 matches this year. And 2 MLS matches, and he has 12? No, I'm sorry. Was it? Yeah, 12. I think 12 chances created. And that was in his first match. The second match, he came off early. I don't even remember how many chances created he had in that game. So I apologize. I'm definitely a little off on that number. But still, even if he only had 12 chances created in just 2 games, that's still unreal. He might even be... I couldn't find the stat myself. I couldn't find the list, but he might even be the league leader in chances created with playing, 140 minutes, 135 minutes, something like that. So, how do you replace that? What do you do? Of course, we're going to look and we're going to say Diego Fagundes. Diego Fagundes has probably the closest skill set to Carles Gil. And of course, I'm not saying that Diego's ability is the same as Carles, because we've seen what they both can do, and Carles can produce. Diego has had a difficult time of it, and really, frankly, I don't know why. He, like I said, he has the same skill set, very similar skill set. He's very shifty on the ball. He's looking, sometimes he's looking to pass to see where his teammates are, where he can play the ball. And, maybe that's what's let him down, is getting those passes there, being that playmaker and setting everyone else up. And then you see Diego also, like in the MLS's back tournament, make a run where you have a clear chance to pass it to Gustavo Bo, maybe, who is wide open in front of net, but instead you decide to take on 3 defenders, and then, to Diego's credit, he still was able to put himself in a position to get that shot off, but it wasn't a very challenging shot. Did not end up in a goal, and it goes to show what this attack looks like with Diego Fagundes at the 10. And maybe that's just because it was Orlando and it was 100 degrees, and everyone is overheating, or whatever it is. But maybe it's something else. We've seen Diego now for 10 years, and I don't know what we could do or what the team can do to get Diego back to his 2013 form. I think it was 2013, the year that he had 13 goals. Where did that Diego go? So that's going to be an interesting point of contention, but I don't think Diego gets the nod up top. I think it's going to go to Kellen Rowe. Quite frankly, I think he is probably the most well-rounded attacking midfielder that we have, and his vision to pick out passes is pretty good. I'm not going to say it's top level in MLS, but I think that he's suitable. The thing that makes me worried about Kellen running that is he's not elusive, and he's not going to beat players one-on-one, and he's not going to create space for himself like that. So he needs to find the space, get the ball, bring it up, and then he has the ability, of course, to take that long shot, which would be awesome. And he also has the ability to play really nice passes out to the sides, to the wings, rather. So I think it's going to be Kellen Rowe that's going to be filling in for Carles Gil. But then now, what does it look like in the back of the midfield? How does Matt Polster fit into this? And it's going to be a positional change, a formation change, excuse me. So right now we're probably going, it's 4-2-3-1, I want to say is what we're playing. And I think we're going to be going back to more of a J Heaps Diamond 4-4-2. I know it's not the J Heaps. J Heaps didn't invent the 4-4-2 Diamond. I think that's the last time that we really used it. But with the players that we have, that feels like possibly one of the best options that we have. So we're going to have Buxa up top and Bo as a strike partner, but obviously he's going to be dropping back a little bit because Bo is not an up-top striker. And we'll have Kellen behind them as the attacking mid, and then on the wings, we're going to have Pania, and we're going to have Bunbury or Fagundes or something. Or am I forgetting somebody? I probably am. I didn't think about the wings when I was preparing this, so apologies. I don't know. Brandon Bai has been looking pretty good on the crosses. But Brandon Bai has also been showing some weaknesses with his possession lately. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the midfield. And then it's going to be Matt Polster running the show and defensive midfield. Can it work? Would it work? I don't know. But as far as the players that we have available to us on our roster, I think that's the way to go. That's the way you start the game. You make changes and you adjust as the game goes on. Play your first 45 minutes. Make changes at halftime if you need to be more attack. Change up the formation a little bit. Play a bit more attacking. If you need to be a bit more defensive, maybe we scored some goals for once, and you want to play more attacking, go 4-2-3-1. Bring in Zahibo, because I think Zahibo is our second best D-mid option. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it for what I think it's going to look like. I think Polster is going to get the D-mid job. I think that's his to lose. Definitely the way that Kellen Rowe's been talking about him, I'm thinking that. And then I think Kellen Rowe's going to be the one filling in for Carles Gil, especially considering Kellen has that history with Bruce Arena and the U.S. men's national team. And Kellen has been more vocal than anyone else about how Polster's been playing. So I think that they are really starting to form some sort of partnership, whether it's Rowe and Polster both playing some sort of D-mid positions together, and we do see Diego Fagundes take that 10 roll, and it's Bo out right, and it's Pania on the left, and Books up top, and we still go with the 4-2-3-1. That's probably what's going to happen, frankly. But I think that 4-4-2 diamond might be our best bet. So yeah, that's been my 2 cents on that. So let me know what you think. I want to hear from you because obviously a 4-4-2 diamond sounds kind of crazy, and I want you to tell me that I'm being crazy because it sounds crazy when I say it, but that's still what I see. But yeah, let me know what you think. Find me on Twitter at ResRevolt. Send me an email, resrevolt@gmail.com. Drop a comment in this video right here. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Hit a like to let me know that you like what I'm putting out. And until next week, please stay safe. Peace.